First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
In the days after his passing, America lifts up the legacy of Bush 41.
And 2 disappearances several years ago. A look at the possible link between 2 North Central Florida cold cases. Flags are flying at half-staff in Florida and around the country out of respect for the 41st president. I'm Chris O'Brien.
And I'm Justin Ahlum. Thanks for joining us. The former president died Friday at the age of 94. At the New York Stock Exchange, there was even a moment of silence in his honor. His body will lie in state on Capitol Hill until a funeral service Wednesday at the National Cathedral. The burial will be back in Texas. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush shared this tweet early Saturday morning about his dad. Quote, "I'm already missing the greatest human being that I will ever know." At 7, the PBS NewsHour will have much more on his legacy.
Well, Justin, we've gotten a lot of rain here in the past few days.
Yeah, that's right, Chris, but it looks like that could be changing. WUFT's Justin Revis joins us now from the Weather Center with more. Justin?
Well, Justin and Chris, we have been tracking a few storms so far here in North Central Florida. Although it looks like it'll dry out later tonight, we are watching a few storms right now around the Gainesville area and making their way east across this area of the state. Right now, we're awfully concerned about this storm cell moving through northern Alachua County right now. You can see the arrival times here in the next few minutes. It's going to be making its way towards Waldo in about 5 minutes, and then Keystone in about 10. It's moving fairly fast, about 35 to 40 miles per hour. And then over towards Palatka, we are watching this other cell moving across the river, actually into East Palatka and St. John's and Volusia or Flagler counties at the moment. Just keep an eye on it if you live in those areas. And then for those of you in Marion County, we are watching this cell moving into the southern portion of the county right now. As we move through the evening, though, we should clear up a little into the evenings with a few showers later tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, Justin. Well, 2 detectives in 2 North Central Florida counties believe one man is behind the disappearance of 2 women. Both women were ex-girlfriends of Angelo Witcher, with the first woman disappearing in 2007, the second in 2012. Their families will be watching closely as Witcher is scheduled for a manslaughter trial this week in the 2007 case. WUFT's Mary Grace Scully has this look at the possible connection as families wait for answers about what happened to Heather Ann McCrossin and Camry Mitchell.
Prosecutors are charging Angelo Witcher with manslaughter in the death of Heather Ann McCrossin.
We're set for trial. All the witnesses and evidence is prepared and prepackaged and ready to go.
Alachua County detectives believe McCrossin vanished from a local Greyhound station in 2007. They've never found a sign of her, but say Witcher has a violent past and threatened to kill McCrossin before she disappeared. Fast forward nearly a decade. Same suspect, new victim.
We dismiss her.
WUFT spoke to Stephanie Warden in 2016 about her daughter Camry Mitchell, who disappeared 4 years earlier.
Something bad happened.
Camry left behind a young daughter.
My daughter would not be here for her daughter if, there was any way possible.
Suwannee County Sheriff's investigators say Witcher robbed Mitchell hours before she went missing. He went to prison for the robbery, but not for Camry's disappearance. Witcher was released in 2016 and immediately arrested in the death of Heather Ann McCrossin. Today, Camry's mother says justice for Heather's family could also mean answers for her.
Maybe some enlightenment for them to be able to bring their daughter home, their sister. And maybe out of it, where there's one, there may be more. So maybe even bring my daughter home.
Mary Grace Scully, WUFT News.
The manslaughter trial from the 2007 missing person case could take all week.
Calling all architects, Alachua County schools have some jobs for you. About 12 years worth of work. WUFT's Veronica Vernaccio brings us an update on your extra sales tax money at work.
Well, not quite yet. The tax doesn't start until January, and the district won't get its first check until March, but they're getting a head start on lining up projects. One of the first tasks is hiring architects.
The school was built in 1962.
Howard Bishop Middle School has needed repairs for a long time.
You put paint on things, and then in a year or two, the paint peels off, and it just tough to keep looking shiny.
And that's why the school board has taken action in hiring architects to plan improvements that will be paid for with the new half-cent local sales tax.
There are a lot of projects. I mean, every school in this district is going to be touched in some way, most of them in a very major way.
At Howard Bishop, they're focused on the fundamentals.
We'll be looking at some new classroom buildings, we hope.
The architects will be asked to prioritize a long list of needs. The school district is thankful voters passed the tax, which should bring in $22 million a year for 12 years.
Our schools would have deteriorated even further. We would have had nowhere near the amount of money that we needed, even just to keep them running at a very basic level.
The school district is working on a website feature so everyone can track the development of the various projects. Reporting live in the newsroom, Veronica Vernaccio, WUFT News.
Well, during the Christmas season, one of the most popular plants are poinsettias.
You can find them at your hardware store, home store, even your grocery store. Or you can get them from the University of Florida. WUFT's Vanessa Villalobos joins us live from the greenhouse.
It's preparing to host its 22nd annual poinsettia sale. Today I took a look around this place with the head grower and the head of the pre-sale committee.
They're really fluffy and vibrant and colorful, and you just can't find them anywhere else, especially in Gainesville.
According to the UF Horticultural Club, this is the largest university poinsettia sale in the United States. The club grows over 40,000 different poinsettias ranging in size and colors, from red to pink to white. The sale brings in around $60,000, which translates to around $35,000 in profit for the club. UF Environmental Horticultural Club spends all year growing poinsettias in order to fund their end-of-the-year trip. This year's trip is set to be in Spain. Students start growing the festive plants at the end of August. Head grower Jessica Webster has to put in over 60 hours a week to make sure they have enough poinsettias at the end of the year. Webster says they've only lost about 200 plants out of the 5,000 to 6,000 poinsettias they grow. As head grower, Webster has to complete many tasks.
Scheduling the work days that we do every week and stuff like that. So I come in and check the plants every day from when they come in until the sale.
For Menendez, poinsettias aren't just plants. They hold a special meaning to her and her family.
Since we're Cuban, we have Noche Buena during Christmas Eve. It's a really fun time, so we usually when it's our turn in the family to decorate, that's when we go all out with the poinsettias and the decorations.
The plant sale will take place on Thursday and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. right here at the greenhouse at the Five-Field Hall. Reporting live from UF campus, Vanessa Villalobos, WUFT News.
Thanks, Vanessa. Holiday season is here, meaning package thieves are on the hunt. Gainesville police say package thefts are on the rise this time of year. Law enforcement says there are things you can do to protect yourself against any holiday Grinch. First, pay close attention if you're at home. Get your packages inside as soon as possible, or do a little planning ahead of time.
Go online and actually choose options on how you want it delivered, whether you require signature, you want it sent to a pickup location, or even if, let's say you purchase something through Walmart, you can have it shipped to the store. So it's always, held in a safe place.
Sergeant Ferreira says always report package theft so GPD can increase patrols. Also for the holidays, Gainesville Fire Rescue is bringing back its Green Wreath initiative. The safety campaign involves hanging wreaths with green lights. A green light will be replaced with a red light for each reported house fire this holiday season. The goal is to end the season with a fully green wreath. One way to help make sure that happens, take proper care of your Christmas tree.
Well, Christmas trees, obviously, if you're bringing a live Christmas tree in your home, make sure you keep it watered. If the tree dries out, it's a fire hazard. Use newer lights. LED lights produce less heat, so they're a lot more safe.
Make sure you turn off your Christmas tree lights each night and whenever you're not at home.
Coming up, violence on the streets of Paris leaves more than 100 injured.
Plus, why one radio station is giving a popular Christmas song the cold shoulder.
And after the break, I'll let you know where the rains are headed next.